Welcome back. We're back to Going Out Sad, the Going Out Sad show, where we talk about film and entertainment that has us excited to see it, and sometimes it leaves us going out sad. I have two co-hosts with me today.
Yes,
One
sir.
who is it undisputed or is it disputed now? The video game bar god. What is it? What's going on here? Is it disputed or undisputed? Street.
Anime. Video game bar god is definitely that man, Lou Cipher. Anime bars,
I
undisputed.
I heard that you were giving
No,
him a run for the money though.
That's disputed.
Who is the anime? Bro, who?
I don't have more landings of anime bars on bigger stages than
No!
you ever had bigger battles against bigger opponents than you've ever had.
That's one of the things.
Hey, I'll give you that. But you do it.
Every
you do
bar,
it in ways.
every battle.
This
I got
is fact. No,
anime.
hey, this is fact. But like the way you do it to where the general knowledge anime lands.
That's
I
the
go
point.
deep into the anime, bro.
He's saying you're pop. He said you went pop with your anime bars.
No, not at all. Because you got to be I make it consumable, no freaky. Like that's the difference. Like you got to stay. Like everything's got to be consumable in order to gain a reaction.
Hey,
Like reactions are about consuming. Like no one can react to something if they don't know what you're talking about.
Hey,
No.
Street, on the app, he did 5 mil. He ain't been rapping like common sense, bro.
He been rapping like common sense. Niggas with the OJ, by my old albums. Yeah.
My second co-host, you already heard him, the self-proclaimed Wolverine. That's why he's definitely qualified to be on the Going Out.
I'm not self-proclaimed at all. Weapon X,
X-Man.
not self-proclaimed. Weapon X, not self-proclaimed. I didn't give myself.
Who proclaims that? Who put that on?
That was it was this league. I did an on-the-spot battle maybe when I first started rapping. Like when I first started battling, maybe in 2018, I did an on-the-spot battle with this league. I forgot what was the name of that league in Philly? My man Drew Garcia, man, my nigga Young Cash, he gave me that name.
Great introduction. We are back at the Going Out Sad show. As you know, this is our Antman review, our second one with different co-hosts. We started off with the 2-minute warning. If you guys are not familiar, we will clear the floor for you. This is ISO ball. This is Luka Doncic basketball. I give the ball to you. You go crazy for 2 minutes. Who wants to start? Who drove the furthest?
I'm in Texas, baby.
Okay, that's Street. Street, 2 minutes on you. Do not give your rating. What do you think about Ant-Man?
So I saw it fresh last night. I can't wait to see it again. I'll probably see it again with a different group of friends. I saw it from the perspective of a critique. I feel like from what I saw, I thoroughly enjoyed it. The only real pushbacks I heard from people was that the script wasn't as potent. But I feel like, they had humorous moments, some slapstick comedy. But all in all, I really feel that the Ant-Man plot really added to the general theme of what Marvel is producing. So when I initially went and saw it with my older brother, I didn't have any expectations, and I feel like that's how you have to approach art. Don't expect anything. Don't expect the last. Don't expect the prior. Don't expect it. I was like, let me just see this movie for what it is. And it felt more like what Guardians of the Galaxy produces, more based in the humor lane, and then stuck to the original plot. So I took it as that. And so from a humorous aspect of what the series produced, it was entertaining. I thoroughly enjoyed it. I felt like the MODOK switch was something that threw me off a little bit, but even with the MODOK being in there and it's not being the original story arc of how MODOK was kind of birthed into the universe, I feel like maybe maybe MODOK is the first time I've seen a character where their original origin isn't what MCU produces. But even with that, I thought it was creative because they literally brought back a character they got rid of, and it made sense of him entering that universe. So even though they went off script of the comic, I enjoyed it. I enjoyed it thoroughly. And even the MODOK character offered a little bit of, comedic relief as well, which is what Ant-Man does. You don't go into a Deadpool movie and think, oh, I can't wait to get in a crazy original script with, the deepest. It's like, no, you're going in there with humor that's going to stick to the plot line. So
Oh, Ace, that's a tough round. Ace, 2-minute warning on you. What do you think about that, man?
Advanced MCU stages after the Avengers leaving, developing and introducing your next character arc villain is very important. I believe that the focal point of developing Kang's character was done excellently, organically, and it gave the gravity to the humor, which Street so eloquently spoke about. It gave the gravity to it in terms of whenever he was around, it never felt as if it felt tense. It felt like this could go extremely left every time he made an appearance. You didn't know exactly when or how. And for me, the sticking point for a lot of good movies is the villain. Any hero, like superhero, you have to overcome something. And in all superhero movies, you're like the an Avenger level threat. Spider-Man, when he's fighting his threats, they're neighborhood threats. It's in the city, it's in New York. When the Avengers get involved, it's somebody that poses a threat to all of humanity. So when you have a threat, the threat is supposed to correlate directly with the power of whomever is being focused on. So when you had someone on the subatomic level that was Kang, it was done, I think, very well, seamlessly for the next phase, be able to introduce to why he is such a different and more potent enemy than what Thanos was. And I feel like they chose the correct person to portray that. And for me, I'm not the hardest to please. So it's like, you can't really like, I was a huge fan of Eternals. So for some people that are, are more for the flash and the glitz, you're not gonna like the Eternals the same way. But for me, in terms of understanding its purpose, laying the groundwork for the Celestials, and then moving forward into the next, it was imperative. You had I'm looking at the end game product. No pun intended. I'm not just looking at how this movie as a standalone, because it's not a standalone. It's going to be a part of a greater whole. It's going to be part of a 20 movie sequence. You know what I'm saying? So it's part. I believe that Quantumania definitely fulfilled its role in that part of being part of a greater whole.
Damn, that was right. 2 minutes to the dot. Okay, quick review. I'm on record of thinking this movie was very bad. Very bad movie for me.
What reasons?
Well, there's a lot. But you guys are the guests. But I'll just give you top lines of I think Marvel's kind of reached this tipping point of damn, man. Now all of these comic book movies who are supposed to I really enjoy just entering a world for 2 hours and be able to get out of it. It's kind of why the series don't succeed for me. There's so much weight you have to carry into these movies now. And it almost makes the main damn less important because it just makes it more motivated to keep the universe going. I'm like, damn, man, is there any other room for a regular viewer of Ant-Man to enjoy an Ant-Man movie, or is everything just a setup? Other than that,
can I ask you a question?
Yes.
Were you a reader of comic books?
Not really. Just like Spawn.
That's why. And see, that's why, because that's the part of the MCU I think stays genuine, is that it's actually created for the people who are fans of comic books, because everything leads to something. And in comic book, as you know, when you're reading a series, it tends to immerse you for the purpose of getting you to the ending, the culminating point.
I struggle with this argument. The movies aren't made for comic book fans. The comic books are. Movies are made for movie fans.
But they're based on what's the source material?
Yeah, but but what's the delivery material?
The source material?
But what's the delivery material? How's it get delivered?
So that's what I'm saying. If you make a basketball movie that is inauthentic to basketball, is it as good as a movie? If it's not close, if it doesn't stick to its roots or its core, do you appreciate it in terms of artistry? There's something that is an adaptation of something else. If it strays too far away from what is being adapted, is it still artistry? Are you staying true to the art?
Yeah, in the Oscars, they have a whole category for best adaptation of a book, and that takes a real skill. The skill isn't just I'm gonna do everything that's in the book and put it on the screen. That's not.
No, that's not how that goes at all. Because
you gotta compact pages and pages within 2 hours.
There's a median. There's a median.
Yeah, and I've never been a fan of when I read a book and the movie takes different liberties. I'm not mad at it. I'm like, it's a movie now. This is a different part of its journey. It's not a comic book anymore. If they wanted it to be true to a comic book, they would have made a comic book.
Yeah, that lore. I don't mean to just hold it. Street, you jump in and jump. Feel free to jump in whenever. That lore that was created by the same thing that builds that anticipation. Because you got to think in the world of comic books, you're getting comic books once a month, once every 2 months, once every 3 months, of course a quarter. So in the terms of movie building, that developing of the trust with the audience, building up momentum and then cascading is something that comic book fans can appreciate. So it's doing that in a palatable way for the common fan is the balance. But in terms of me giving my review for it from the standpoint of a person who's an avid comic book fan, it does it does wonders for you.
It did
Because
just
of that.
So, EK, let me ask you
Kang
this.
is
Did you
different
like
than what it was
WandaVision?
I think that was
and everything.
I think WandaVision was the best MCU series to date by far.
For sure.
Yeah.
The way I look at it, bro, like picking apart Ant-Man is like picking apart an episode of WandaVision. Because it really does speak to the bigger picture rather
of what's
than
gonna
that
happen.
one
Like literally.
episode. It's a volume. Now,
Literally.
here's the thing, like different volumes. You're talking about Ant-Man. Ant-Man is, like I said, it's similar to Deadpool or similar to Guardians of the Galaxy. It's a humorous volume of a bigger picture comic book series, right? And so for me, I'm not picking apart it like, man, they didn't have the greatest script. They didn't. I'm like, no, the script was Ant-Man-esque. Like that's that type of humor is what you're getting in the series of Ant-Man, and they did a good job of, you know, it's kind of similar to the Tom, was it Tom something of Spider-Man? You know, what's his name? Tom Holland?
Yeah,
Tom Holland. It's a lot of humor, but they did introduce villains. They did introduce concepts.
I don't know.
Did that.
Okay, so there's a couple gripes here. Yeah, so I think there's too much weight going into the film. The Ant-Man movie wasn't about Ant-Man. Thought that was a little bit of a stretch. Like,
what was it about?
Like, I don't know. He wasn't in it a lot though. He wasn't in it. I think Cassie. I think about Cassie, Kang, and Michelle Pfeiffer kind of dominated the movie.
To the defense of that, it is called Ant-Man and the Wasp.
Yeah,
I don't think she need to be in there.
Not even the Wasp.
The Wasp or Cassie?
The Wasp wasn't even in there either, though.
Wasp.
Yeah, I agree with that. I don't disagree with that at all. I definitely felt like, but that's another topic because I kind of have a sense of what that is.
I was about to say that. Next question, my bad.
All right.
And
I will say though, yeah, I understand that. I'm not going to crack up at all the humor, but I've seen a serious decline in the quality of the humor attempts, right? So like when you're writing humor in those films, the goal really isn't to make someone laugh. The goal is like, I know this part of the movie needs humor, it needs a break for humor, but we have to make it seem like it's organic, right? And this last Ant-Man was like, joke here, joke there, and they're not good jokes. Where I come from,
he said, I have no holes.
I was like, I don't know, bro. I don't know about the no holes jokes. I don't know about like Ant-Man.
I don't have no holes is kind of hilarious. I ain't gonna lie.
I
don't have no holes.
Bro,
I have no holes. How many holes? Yo, asking the nigga how many holes you got is crazy.
Bro. It was literally people in the audience. Because
how many holes do you have?
They left like a part of the script where it's kind of silent, and you literally saw people in the audience like, oh yeah,
how many?
You got 7.
How many?
Ace, what do you do if someone asks you that?
It depends on what gender they are.
Hey yo,
if they're a glob of goo, someone asks you how many holes do you have?
The glob of goo was wild, bro.
If I had to drink ooze just to understand them, then I'm gonna answer them. I'm gonna answer them, man.
Okay.
I don't want no problems.
All right, next. Okay, I think I know your answers then, because it seems like you guys overall enjoyed this film, which I'm kind of surprised about. But next category is stock drop. Okay, we pick a character from the movie, and is your stock up or down on him or her now that you've seen the movie? Street, is Kang's stock up or down for you after this movie?
High.
Why?
Man, the way that he was able to personify what I would call an anti-hero.
This is crazy. This is wild.
Like literally, fam, like he's on the same tier as a Thanos. You know, it's like, hey, I'm gonna be the bad guy so I can save humanity.
Street, we're not doing that. He's on the same tier as Thanos. He got beat up in a fade with
bro.
Rudd.
Bro. I'm not saying the same strength level as Thanos.
He got beat up by who?
They ran a fade, him and Paul Rudd at the end, him and Ant-Man.
Yeah. He didn't have his suit. He didn't have his powers in his suit.
He doesn't have better hands than Ant-Man? He doesn't have better squabbles than Ant-Man?
No.
Not without his full power.
All I know is I saw Thanos tune up the Hulk, and he had hands, bro. Thanos had hands.
That was an inaccuracy.
That's Thanos.
That was without the power stone. That was inaccurate.
And he had what? Three of the gems?
He put the gems down. He just had hands, nigga. He had the hand stone, nigga. He was tuning up.
No. He had the power when he had the hands, he also had the strength stone. Like he had.
Does the strength matter? He was hitting this nigga with combos.
The power stone.
Combos?
Them combos only connected like that because it was the power stone.
Bro. It was the power stone, bro.
Bro, listen, in the comic book, let's just go back to the source material. Yo, that nigga Thanos literally gave that nigga a whole continent. Like, yo, look, I'm taking the rest of this shit. These niggas can have that shit over there. He left that nigga alone. Leave him alone. Literally. Like, that's the nigga, like, no, listen, I'm not
talking
fucking
about
with that
Kang
nigga.
and Street, we're talking about Kang being on Thanos level. We gotta chill.
I'm not. No,
it's beyond that, bro. Kang, listen.
When I say
you
that,
understand what Kang is?
You know, first of all, I'm not even talking about power level. Power level, Kang at it, bro. He's God level. He's celestial level, bro. Like that nigga is different, bro. But I'm talking about as a villain. So some of my favorite villains, not just Joker. One of my favorite villains in the MCU is Kingpin, bro. Like Kingpin in the Daredevil series. Like when you got to actually see and hear him, you got to see the origin. It's like, man, like when a villain can make you feel for them, like, dang, I get it. That's where I was at with Kang, bro, because Kang legitimately was this person who just had a purpose, and in the midst of his purpose, it's literally, I'm the bad guy for the sake of saving humanity. On the same tier, like I said, same tier as Orochimaru. I'm gonna be the bad guy. So it's the same concept.
Who's Orochimaru? He plays for the Lakers, right? He's a small forward for the Lakers, Orochimaru.
Yeah.
Hey, stock up, stock down, Antman.
Antman, the character?
Yeah.
Damn.
Why?
He really got stuck there. If you look at the end of it, like he literally was stuck in a quantum realm. Like they had to go build it a whole nother way for him to get out. Like,
Hank was really.
Yeah, he would have never done it without the ants, without anything. He wouldn't have done any of that on his own.
That's an L.
Yeah, he's not. I mean, he is who he is. Like Ant-Man is not really the person that you just depend on to save the entire half of the universe. Like in conjunction with other people, he's great. But he's a great wingman.
Supporting character.
Okay,
he is. But standalone. This was intrinsic in terms of being able to introduce the banished one. And gain an understanding for how he ended up, and then how we think that he's stuck there, and then you see that there's the Council of Kang. That's at the end of the movie. You know, no spoilers, right? Yeah, that's the Council of Kang, though. That's the Council of Kang.
Okay.
So the Council of Kang is like a real big thing in the source material, which I always reference because niggas always want to make it about something that's like, no, it's the source material. Like, it's just like Harry Potter was so great because the books were great, and then you adapted in a great way. Like that's why I was great, bro.
Street, stock up, stock down, Cassie Lang. Ant-Man's daughter.
Force.
Neutral, bro. It's one of those. I'm like, and like I see how she's important, but I also don't care, to be honest. Like she was a good addition for his purpose. In Ant-Man's purpose of why he wanted to get done what he wanted to get done, but like I'm not calling her for nothing. No smoke.
It humanized him and made him. It humanized the hell out of him and made him a tragic figure. Like his sacrifices were for a reason. It gave him an additional reason to fight. It gave like her being leveraged against. Oh, I can't say all that, can I? Her being leveraged against him in terms of having to being forced to say. You know what I'm saying? So it created a component of like identify with me and sympathize and empathize with me. Because anyone can relate to having a relationship with a child. But in terms of her actual like addition to the plot, like as a character herself,
stock down.
I can't give a stock like because she came on the scene and she was something she wasn't before. But I'm not gonna say because she has a suit now, she now has a stock up. It's just it is what it is. Like you give anybody a suit, they're gonna be that.
Force.
Stock up, stock down. MCU after the Ant-Man movie.
Stock up.
Why?
Oh,
anticipation.
Hey,
it's the next thing. And if you saw the cut, you know the famous cut scenes, and you know why. Like cut, like you got your next villain. I do think that because you got to remember, we spent about 8 years not really seeing Thanos. Spent about 8 years where you just like where he was just in cut scenes, and it was just like they kept alluding to the fact that he's on his way. Like, yo, listen, y'all better straighten, tighten up. And then finally you saw this is the success. This is who we're ultimately actually fighting against now. If we get to the realm of Kang and then Galactus and then all these other niggas, like we get to Galactus. If Kang is taking us to like Galactus, bro, then you know.
Okay, we're good. Let's enter the N1 category. This topic is called N1. Street, if you could add any superhero to this film, who would it have been?
I am gonna play a little. not really a superhero, but I'm going with Loki. I think the way that Loki series introduced Kang and then having him come back in some way would have been hella dope, especially with the familiarity there. But I think any superhero that would have been added to the series, aside from Iron Man, would have tilted the scales. Would have tilted the scales too heavy to where he would have got washed. Kang would have got washed in the power level he was.
Ace,
but I think, yeah.
Ace and one. Who are you adding to this movie? What superhero?
Tony Stark, man, from another time.
Oh,
Tony Stark. Tony Stark. Okay, existing character. I'm gonna say Tony Stark. The reason I say that is because Iron Man is pivotal. Like Secret Wars is coming. Like bro, like Iron Man is pivotal. Like you can't just take.
Why? Why is Iron Man pivotal?
He is. Like I don't. No spoilers, right?
You can spoil it, yeah.
Like the mind of Tony Stark, even Richard Reed. Like if you're gonna include like Fantastic Four, if you're gonna it would be okay. So what I was gonna say was an existing character would have been, or pre-existing one would have been reintroducing Tony Stark from another timeline. Like the same way, like you remember how Gamora was dead and then Gamora wasn't dead because they went in time. Okay, so you gotta understand. Like think of it this way: you remember when they basically found a way to travel time, and in the alternate reality, they had to return things or it was going to be broken, right?
Yeah.
Kang is that times he's been doing it for 5,000 years. So it's the exact same. You feel what I'm saying? So like he's doing what Tony Stark did in that part is what he's been doing for 5,000 years.
Yeah,
so if you take that, yeah, literally. So he's created. So remember the problem was that in each reality or each timeline that you go to, you create a new timeline with those individuals that are involved in it. So every time he traveled and went to another place, there was another Kang or another iteration of Kang created. So I'm saying that to say that reintroducing Tony Stark would have been pivotal. Or new character, if you found a way to tap into, if you would have just introduced the X-Men, any one of them. If you would have just introduced the mutant gene, the fact that we can talk about adamantium now because the Celestials actually have the adamantium. If you could talk about the adamantium from the Celestials, it being being harvested from Celestials, I think that introducing that would have been like groundbreaking. Like if you would have had a cut scene and
it would have set up for the next movie for sure.
Yeah, you feel me? And Professor X was moving something with his mind, and the X-Men were on site trying to like verify the validity of there being adamantium present. That would have that would have been a game changer. But that's just me, the nerd in me. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
yeah. Trading block. Let's go to trading block. Street, if you could, which character are you getting rid of in this film? Small to big.
Wasp, bro. Get Wasp is out of here, bro. She's just there. Like it didn't have to be called Ant-Man and Wasp. I feel like, and I'm not trying to be that guy, but I feel like the only reason why the Wasp was added to that was because feminism. Like she didn't have to
say it.
We didn't need it, bro.
Wait, what?
It could have been called Ant-Man, bro. Like
inclusion. He said the only reason she was added
is
because
of inclusion, bro.
Wait,
like, bro,
what?
if you look at the trailers, bro,
the movie's named after her.
She's not even in the trailers, bro. She really wasn't that crucial, bro. Her mom was more crucial.
That's a fact.
She didn't have to be in the movie. The movie's named after her. That's wild. Okay.
But I'm saying the only reason the movie's named after her was for inclusion.
It's because, dang.
We didn't need her like that, bro. She just there.
We're going to revisit this because I think I have the perfect two people on this call to talk about that. But Ace, trading block, who are you getting rid of in this film? I know it's not the nigga that has holes or whatever. I know he warmed your heart. I can't believe you like that character, man.
That's wild.
I did. I liked it. It was hilarious. Like him literally saying how many. Him saying how many. Like you got to understand the presumption of several that I couldn't see holes. Because mind you, all he could see was his nose, and his mouth. So he's like, "How many holes do you have?" The first question. Like mine, he had to drink the ooze so that he could understand them. And then the very first question this nigga asked was, "How many different ways can your body be entered?"
My thing is, okay.
Hey, yo.
I'm going to the nitpick, but the nigga comes out that can read minds, and he's basically a human. It's like that nigga has the same holes, bro.
We don't know that though. Because remember when they was arguing. Now I'm saying that because remember when they were down with the guy with old boy and he was like, but you're human. He said in the important ways.
Yeah. Okay.
Mind you, so
right.
like he's not. They're not actually like.
All right, who you getting rid of?
Humanoid, but they're not like necessarily like what we know as humans. So if I had one character, I say MODOK.
Ooh, MODOK was a tough turn up, bro. MODOK was a tough turn up for me. It's rare that Marvel for me gets a character visually wrong, written wrong, and like plot wrong. They were 0 for 3. This is Ace on the basketball court.
How do you said you don't need How do you know that they got them wrong? I'm not. That's not even. How did you know that they got them wrong plot wise? Visually, absolutely.
Oh, it's simple when you're watching the film. It's like, did that work for you or not? And MODOK just didn't work for me at all. I'd be tough.
Did you at least play Marvel vs. Capcom?
Like background, like his plot, like where he came, his origin plot. Like
did you at least play Marvel vs. Capcom?
I played Marvel vs. Capcom, yeah, and in the movie.
So you're familiar with MODOK?
Yes.
Yeah,
but in the movie,
you're basing it off of that, it's pretty linear in the aspect of how he looks and the weapons and who he is in that aspect. You know what I'm saying? But the origin story, yes, it's wild.
Yeah, that's not even close.
That's wild.
So you're getting rid of MODOK?
Yeah, I didn't. It's like it was cool. It was some funny sometimes. I understand what it was a callback with having Darren as being him, but it didn't enhance the plot in a way that it couldn't have been done with another character or without him, and it didn't do anything that couldn't be done without him. If that makes sense.
I feel you. Yeah,
in my humble
but
opinion.
I will say this much: I don't see MODOK getting involved in any other film.
But no, he definitely will be back. It's not going to be Darren. There's going to be another form of him. It's not going to be Darren though.
I hope
it's going to be the actual MODOK. It's going to be the actual MODOK this time.
Oh, wow.
You know who my favorite return of in all the Marvel movies was they had in Shang-Chi, they had the actor that was playing who in Iron Man? The Mandarin?
Yeah. Indeed.
That's my favorite return from any Marvel.
Yeah.
That was like
that's one of the greatest deviations from the script that I have no complaints over because they did it in such a very humorous way and very creative way.
Hey,
the fact that Cable played the nigga that played Cable in Deadpool was also Thanos was insane.
That's wild. Yeah.
This segment's called Trailer Trash. Street, what was the best trailer you had for this film? What trailer did you get?
Man, I can't remember.
Ace, did you have a trailer that stuck out?
I didn't see him. I saw the movie Bootleg.
Okay.
You a hood nigga, bro. That's hilarious. That's hilarious.
Ace, how'd you see Antman, bro?
That's hilarious, bro.
I don't want to incriminate nobody.
That's hilarious, bro. That's hilarious.
Ace,
that wasn't even on HBO Max, bro. He really went the barbershop DVD, nigga.
Damn near DVD. Yeah, damn near DVD.
Ace, you have the bootleg for Antman already?
Yeah, that's wild, bro.
You want it, bro? I'm gonna pay for a movie ticket though. Just all the show. I'm gonna pay for a movie ticket. I'm gonna pay for a movie ticket. Wait, y'all niggas made me feel guilty now. I got supported.
Not at all. No, I say bootleg everything but the Crenshaw hoodie. Do your thing, man. Okay.
The Crenshaw hoodie.
Bootleg everything.
Hilarious.
Okay.
What trailer did you like, EK?
I got the Fast and Furious trailer. I'm a big Fast and Furious person.
Fast X.
Yes.
You like? Hold on. You like Fast and Furious?
I love the Fast and Furious movies.
Wow.
Why?
As critical as you are.
Yeah. Why? That's all I want to hear. Why? Like, why? Tell me why.
Well, I'm critical, but I'm not like a purist, you know?
So you can enjoy some shit that you're critical of. So if you were being critical of X-Men, you would like know that as a nigga that's actually trained in this field, you know that those are garbage movies, but you like them.
Facts.
I like garbage shit sometimes too. Like I'll admit that I know certain shit is just this isn't good, but I enjoy it for whatever reason.
You niggas are not gonna sit here and tell me Internals was good, and you're gonna be mad at me for watching Fast and Furious.
But the thing though, I just said that I like things that I understand aren't good. That doesn't mean that doesn't though. You can say that's people mistaken. You can say like it's certain bars niggas have said to take it back there that are trash, but I was thoroughly entertained by them.
Yeah, not everything has to be critically good, like best cinematography.
In order to be entertaining.
Written. Not at all. No. I think Fast and Furious movies are beautiful, bro. They're some of my favorite movies. Yeah, I love.
Beautiful is a word.
You think they're beautiful?
Predictable.
Yeah. Yeah, I think they're
Beautiful?
fucking phenomenal. Yeah, I think they know what they are.
Phenomenal. Yeah, you
Yeah.
throwing out words, EK.
I'm serious. No, I think they're very self-aware and they know what
I
they
think
are.
I know exactly why EK's battle career is the way it is. I think I understand now.
Phenomenal, beautiful.
I think I
Good
really
No.
understand.
No, I think
Yeah, I understand.
I
Niggas
think
said
they
they're
know
so
what they
beautiful.
are.
Like they know what they are. I get it,
bro.
yo.
EK, they're running out of vehicles. Like I guarantee this one's gonna have a hot air balloon in it.
They were in
would
space
love
the
that.
last one, bro.
Yeah, they
So
went to space.
after
They
you
went to
conquer
space the
space,
last
where do
one.
you go after that?
Yeah. Here's my idea that no one cares about. I
Deep
always
sea.
have I always think about if I had to remake the movie or had to make the next sequel to that movie. I hate to be like too like OG about it, but if I had to make Fast 10, it's great they added Jason Momoa, they got Aquaman, there's like 100 niggas in there now. I'm losing track, but I love it all. But if I had to make
All the
Fast
strong
10,
niggas, all the strong action movie niggas,
yeah, everyone that's like, yeah, they got John Cena, they got The Rock, Vin Diesel, like, come
all
on,
them
man.
niggas.
If they asked me to make another Fast and Furious, I'd be like, listen, man, we got to get back to the roots. We just got to make a tournament movie of racing. We've already
Back, go
blown
back.
everything up. We've already blown everything up. We've already shot. This nigga had a Camaro with a safe tied behind it. We can't
But it
do better than that.
It doesn't call for that big of a team though. You gotta
It
have
doesn't.
something that like the threat level. Remember, Avengers threat level means that you gotta call Iron Man, you gotta call all these niggas. That shit is big. It's about to be lit. What the fuck are we calling all? You got niggas that's in the British SAS. Like, what are you calling these niggas for some tournament racing?
And
Why are
Ace,
you calling these niggas?
And Ace, because you're one of my more principled friends, Dominic Toretto. Everything is about family to him.
Family.
Every villain threatens his family. He beats him up, and then they join his family afterwards.
We're all family.
I fucking love those movies. Did you guys see
niggas
Top
like
Gun?
that? No, you know what? It's like Dragon Ball. Every nigga in Dragon Ball was at one point the ops, Piccolo, Vegeta, like the Destroyer. What's my man, the Beerus? They was all the ops at one point, and then now they the homies.
Now you're just family. Okay, here's the most important part. This is what we stick around. The last category. From 1 to 10, you can do point something too. You can do 2.3, whatever. Jay Black ruined the scoring metric, so now I'm allowing points. Street Hymns, what did you rate Antman on 1 to 10?
6.7.
Why?
I think it did what it needed to do in introduction for the movies to come. I think that what made it really a great movie was the imagery and the graphics of what the quantum realm could possibly be. Like to take that out and like act like that wasn't like amazing visually. Like they really, like 90% of the movie was shot in the quantum realm. And the graphic designers and the CGI, like it was just amazing. I think
is jaded, man.
Yeah,
he don't want to hear that. He don't want to hear that. He don't want to hear that. He said Fast and Furious is beautiful. Nigga's weird.
Yeah, I give it a 6.7. Like it was good, man. I liked it.
6.7. Okay. Ace, please. What did you rate?
7.25.
7.25.
Thoroughly enjoyable. I'll see it again.
I'll see it again too.
I don't want to just keep on reiterating his talking points, but for the most of the reasons that he listed, it was entertaining. It kept me engaged. At no point did I feel like going to sleep or going for a bathroom break. It was predictable as any. You know what I'm saying, it was without even having it was highly predictable. I just like the usage of the worlds. World building is important when you're trying to get to a point. Building worlds and understanding how the quantum realm can now. Remember, we didn't have an understanding in the MCU as to what the quantum realm. We just knew it was the big bad, the great beyond. So it was like the great beyond. We don't know what's there. We just know that it exists. Now we have a feel for a very, very, very small part of a subatomic level of living. And we got the introduction of what is to be the great antagonist of the next phase. So it's like Fantastic Four moving forward, X-Men moving forward, Avengers moving forward, X-Force moving forward, Deadpool, Wolverine moving forward. The groundwork was laid, bro. Like if you look at it in terms of it being a piece of a whole 725, I can be entertained by something that I can find great points about something that I don't find to be too great. I can be entertained by something that I'm critical of.
You should really,
I'm a
really
big fan
revisit the
of
Fast and
Cortez
Furious
and
movies.
Good God.
You should really revisit the Fast and Furious movies, bro. They're
I love the
joyride.
Fast and Furious movies, but you just like, I love them.
They're great.
Beautiful and phenomenal. That's wild.
But I don't
great.
call them that. They're definitely high key ass, but
bro. The writing to say like, man, the only way we can defeat somebody who manipulates time and space is to send them to a place where time and space is not like that's pretty wild, bro.
Kind of cool. That's
they
kind of cool.
couldn't even literally send them, but time and space have no relevance. Literally, they couldn't even convince Vin Diesel to do like appearances in that movie at one point. Like, he had to do like cameos. Like that shit was ass. Like, and then it had a resurgence because of fan base. Like it was nostalgia that brought that shit back, and then they just like became a thing. Like every 2 years, go watch Fast X. Like that shit is not it, bro. Like
we might have to
forget what that shit was.
We might have to do a breakdown of a Fast movie. I might have to.
Okay. Not take it back. John Wick. That joint got me lit.
You like John Wick?
Yeah, John Wick was horrible. It was great.
John Wick also.
Same thing. I know what's gonna happen, but I'm like, I gotta see it.
I gotta watch it.
John Wick is beautiful. That they shoot that thing beautiful. Those movies are beautiful. Okay, really rapid fire before I let you guys go. Michelle Pfeiffer and Bill Murray smacked in the quantum realm. Do you think she threw it at Kang when they were doing nothing, waiting for it to get off the planet?
I think so. Yeah, they were there too long.
Ace, did she throw it at him?
He took it.
Oh yeah. Bro. She admitted she's like, I have needs. So if you go admit that in the years you were there before, it's like, so you meant to tell me you was with him for years, and you ain't.
Yeah. Okay. Are you letting your daughter fight in that suit in the quantum realm? Like Scott does?
She was grown. He ain't had no choice. Like she wasn't giving him too many options. You know what I'm saying?
Go ahead.
No, go ahead. Me personally, my daughter, she probably gonna do the same shit I'm on. So like, fuck it. All right, go ahead. Put your suit on. Motherfucker.
That type of scripting was why I gave it a 6.7. Like you there's no way you're transferring from 816 or Earth 616 to the quantum realm, and her knowing she has a suit doesn't decide to put her suit on.
She was trying. There's an explanation for that. She didn't want to reveal to her father she had one yet.
That sounds good.
She didn't want
to. You about to die.
Yeah,
you have no idea what's on the other side.
That's facts too.
Okay, honest movie moment too. Did you know you could build momentum in a swing if you got bigger when you swung? Like Ant-Man broke down?
It makes perfect sense.
Did you guys know that?
It's a fulcrum if you just use the fulcrum.
Who's that? A URL rapper?
Wait, EK, you really thought they were hitting them as hard as they were staying small?
Yeah, sometimes in the Ant-Man, they've hit people really hard and they were still small. They remain small.
It's quick.
Yeah, they transform and then transform back.
That's how quick it is.
Oh, is that right? Wait,
they're not that strong small, bro.
So when like Ant-Man in the Avengers kicks the briefcase away from like Loki or to Loki, he got really big really quick and I just didn't see it in the film? Or he stayed small?
Not really big, just regular size.
So, and when Ant-Man shrinks down, he still has the strength of like a 6-foot white dude.
Of an ant. No, he mostly, yeah, because you got to think ants are, they can lift 600 times their weight, whatever it is.
Okay. All right. I see. A little confusion there. Okay. What was my last one? I had one last rapid fire question for you. Oh, is Ant-Man the Scottie Pippen, bro? Is Ant-Man Scottie Pippen? I felt like when Iron Man were gone and Captain America was gone, I thought Ant-Man was gonna like boom. You give him 30 shots a game. He got the superstars out of the way. It's his time. Is he just like Jonathan Kuminga, Moses Moody? Not ready.
He's Horace Grant.
Bro, him and Black Widow, bro, are just they're great humans.
Yeah, he's. I don't even know about Black Widow being a great human, but
that's what you see on the abilities peak physical ability. Every time you see that
humanity.
Humanity.
Like, you're as strong as you can get in your body. And they're not really like, it's just, it is what it is, bro.
Okay, like, if you guys are in the MCU, you're just a regular person, and Falcon is the new Captain America. Are you calling him Captain America or Black Captain America?
I call him Black Cap.
What do you call him, Ace?
Easy to block, Captain.
He's the Black Captain.
Who are okay now that Cap and Iron Man are gone for now, right? And Thor might be out the way too. If you can't do Cap, Thor, and Iron Man, who's your favorite MCU superhero right now? Street.
Oh wow.
Yeah, they don't have shit.
Strange.
Doctor Strange. Oh, okay. Ace.
Nigga cold.
Spider-Man.
Which one?
Tom Holland.
Oh God, you new niggas. That's not my Spider-Man.
New niggas?
Yeah.
You like Tobey Maguire, what's his name?
Andrew Garfield's my Spider-Man.
Andrew Garfield.
I like them.
Yeah, he's
I like
cool.
it, bro.
Okay. All right.
I gotta keep it real with you, bro. Like, I like Morales more than I like that nigga. Like,
That's facts.
Miles Morales is like 1,000 times better.
I fuck
Yo,
with
that new movie looked like it's about to be crazy.
Amazing.
That's gonna be 9 out of 10.
First one was phenomenal, fam.
First
You
one
guys will
was crazy.
You guys will be back when it drops. Street Hymns. Ace, Amin, thank you for joining me. I think you guys inspired me next week to do a pod about is Eternals good? We got to break it down.
Eternals, go watch it again, bro. Really go watch it with an unbiased eye and don't go into it expecting. Don't go into it. Yo, go watch it. Go watch it and forget that you saw Avengers Endgame before it.
Does it have any fast cars and muscly men?
Oh my gosh. Wait. Okay, so when you finished Eternals, did you not sympathize with Thanos?
When I finished Eternals, I sympathized with Thanos. Listen, I saw this movie with Kid Chaos and Loso. We all saw this movie, and we're all
bro. The Bad Titan is not meant to be sympathized with. You're bugging. Like I've been letting you go on that. He's not meant to be sympathized with.
You don't sympathize with Orochimaru?
He chose to kill people. He don't get to
save
like
the
you don't
world.
get to. And then what happens when it repopulates?
All he did was
what the fuck are you talking about?
You don't feel sympathy for Thanos?
Ace,
you don't feel sympathy for Thanos?
Sympathy?
Yeah.
Bro, wantonly figuring out, right? You gotta remember, okay. When they met Thanos, right? You got okay. All right, we're gonna do a deep dive.
Sympathizing
if you remember the difference,
it's just, I get you.
Before you said sympathize is the exact question. Before Thanos got the which stone, the knowledge stone, whichever stone it is that lets him know. If you saw when they went back in time, he was still in warlord mode because he was still going on planets and doing it by hand, no freaky, like destroying half of the population by hand. Bro, blindly killing half of the people on a planet for 800 years. Wow, it took 800 years for you to travel from planet to planet. In the time that it took you to kill half the people on the latest planet you did, the people that planet you destroyed 799 years ago, they've repopulated twice, if not 3 times. You're literally not doing anything. You haven't done one bitch ass thing.
I'm not saying I agree.
Niggas for nothing because the same
problem you trying to agree. I'm saying I get it.
Why would I sympathize with madness? That makes no fucking sense.
I didn't say empathize.
I sympathize with insanity because you can't control it. That nigga was literally deciding that what happened on my planet, I'm not gonna allow to happen on anybody else's planet. So I'm gonna kill everybody.
Wait.
You know what?
Do you not agree that what he did actually extended the lifetime of humanity?
Ooh.
That wasn't his intention. That wasn't his intention.
I thought that was
his intention. He didn't know that.
I thought that was like because he knew the celestial plan. He was like, "Yo, we're all gonna be destroyed. For us to survive, half of us gotta go," which literally postponed the inevitable.
Bro,
so that's what I took away from Eternals.
You can't postpone the inevitable. It's the inevitable.
They postponed it though.
He didn't. And it wasn't for that reason.
That's literally what they talk about in Eternals.
That wasn't the reason why he did it. He didn't do it because he was trying to prevent it from being. It just so worked out that way. He didn't know that he wasn't doing it for that reason. It's literally like a nigga that goes outside. It's like a nigga that goes outside.
Thanos was tapped into the Celestial's plan though. How would you say he would not know?
Bro, if you think that there was a benign good behind what he was doing by killing people without giving them the choice to
I'm not saying benign good. I'm saying it was evil good. It was evil with good intentions.
He's got PTSD. He's just dealing with trauma.
I feel the same way about Joker. I feel the same way about Orochimaru. I feel the same way about every villain.
Orochimaru, huh? You're crazy.
It's the same thing.
You lost your fucking mind, bro.
It's the same thing. The nigga's like, hey, I'm gonna enforce my will so that humanity will have a better opportunity of life.
You mean humanity? Like, oh, it was the entire universe.
Yeah, he didn't
That's
kill
what
two or
Bruce
three
Brown
niggas.
did.
It wasn't just human. It wasn't just niggas on Earth.
The
And human.
concept,
It was,
bro. The concept. I'm not saying I agree. I'm not saying it's something I would. I'm saying I get it.
You are saying you agree, bro. Nazi. So yeah, where we're going with this is basically like Hitler was kind of right.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah,
That's literally where you're going.
Like Street. You ever seen like
Here's
a
the thing. I'm not gonna on camera say I sympathize with Hitler.
You're on camera.
No, we gotta go. We gotta wrap this up. No, before Street Hymns gets canceled. This thing been listening to the game.
I'm out of here, man.
Yeah, guys, thank you for joining us. We'll be back. This is the Going Outside show. Thank you to Ace and Street. We're out of here, man. You guys be good.
All right.